jeez. Alright, and I'm going to get into the exercise, but that's only going to come in a couple of seconds because I have something to say. For the first time in about 9 months, I've weighed myself, and I did this in the gym. So I weighed myself 5 times, 3 times on one scale, and then 2 times on another scale. And the average that I got was around 75 kg. So on one scale, I got 75.4, 75.6, and then 75.5 from my memory. I'm trying to remember it in the exact order that I got it in. And then on the other scale, I got 74.8 and 74.7, I think. I'll show that. I'll show the measurements now, actually, just so that you can see them. And they come in the order that I got them in. I forgot to actually, no, sorry. They go in respective order, chronological order. I forgot to take pictures of them, but yeah, this is what I got. Alright, I'll show that now. As I wrote down on the notes, the reason why I weighed myself in the first place is so that I show some more self-awareness. I really think, or at least predict, that I can only get so far not knowing how much I weigh, and not knowing, or even at least having the slightest of idea of how much I need to weigh in order to get to what Vakash, I think his name is, calls the first transformation checkpoint, where you get in shape the very first time of your life. Well, that's what I'm defining it as anyway. And then from there you have to, from there you have to then do what it takes to keep it. I was reading the stage 1. I got from skimming through the first few pages as I already read them, and then I got up to page 64, and there are only like 218 pages of the main actually body of the book. My eyes were glued last night, and I've just been doing a lot of reading, and I really think what I need to do in order to improve is just like how the book says, add non-negotiables in my life, many non-negotiables that build that structure for me to put so little mental energy into things that are trivial, like the clothes you wear on which day, for example, so that I have the mental energy I'll be using on that to be able to put aside to be able to use in things that actually matter to me, such as like this journey, for example. I don't think I'm really going to read further than what I have done right now, because right now my brain, how I'm thinking about things is changing. I started the body transformation journey on the 21st of August last year, and the night before that I thought, you know what, fuck this, enough's enough, we've got to change. So I said tomorrow, because it was like 10 p.m, I said I start tomorrow, and so I did. That's what I did. But now, after all of that, I mean, you've now got to a place where I'm 8 months into the body transformation journey, and it's like I'm at square one. No, stage one. What I've been doing for the past fucking 8 months has been like stage 0 to me now. Now that I've been reading the book, it's like the past 8 months have just been about making a start to me now. The past 8 months. If there are any advice I give to people like me that were in my position 8 months ago, it would be to use your first year to just make a start. To, yes, one entire year. Just use one, not expect yourself to completely transform in a year, but to just make a start in changing. I'm 20 years old, and all of the habits, the way I ate, for example, the way I, not necessarily all of them, but the way I ate was not healthy. It wasn't healthy, so I'd just be doing it over and over again, not knowing. I had so little fucking knowledge on like exercise and food. I was in one of the documents that I wrote, I put eat more fruits but eat less carbs. Oh, by the way, I have gone through all of the emails in the inboxes that I have. I've gone through all of them, and there isn't one email that I won't at least recognize when I go back onto the emails and stuff. I deleted a literal like 10,000 emails yesterday and the day before yesterday, I think. I have no idea how I have no idea how I was able to sleep at night with all of those fucking emails. I think I borderline liked seeing the gym emails come through saying, oh, you put this session, you put that session. I think I genuinely could have borderline liked them. There was a chick I knew in school during year 13 times A level. She was year 12. I've spoken about her before, lazy. Now, this chick she told me about it, like she would clear her inbox, she'd keep it up to date and that. I think that's something that I'm doing from now on. It's something I'm doing from now on, because going through all of those emails was so fucking frustrating. It's like, oh, there are some times when I had a false sense of hope, because when I was deleting the emails on my phone, it really looked like there was none left, but then the page would refresh and then there were more. I keep on refreshing the page over and over again, but it hadn't registered that there were more emails there. But then after refreshing, the circle would run for longer than it would in the past. No, it would run for longer than it'd go around longer than the previous times. That's when I knew, yeah, there are more to go. But it's all done now. After about a genuine, maybe like 2 to 3 hours, it's done. I've deleted all of the emails that were just in the inbox. I had to let go. There were some that I was deleting, and I was thinking of what, am I sure I want to delete this? But I thought, yeah, let it go because X, Y, and Z. After I did it though, I was able to have a sigh of relief. I don't have to think about living that sort of life where the place, even the email box is fucking cluttered. I'm looking at my environment. The environment is so cluttered. And I don't really know what to do. The solution in an ideal world was, well, get rid of some of the stuff. For example, seeing as I now sleep in one of my sister's rooms, or at least the room that she's been allocated, there's clutter everywhere. Everywhere. At least the room I've been allocated, I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff under the bed. I've donated books to charity and that because I knew I wasn't using them, so may as well give them to somebody else. I've made a start in decluttering my room. But there's probably quite a lot of stuff that I could further declutter, but I'm saying I won't do it today. I'll just do it in the future when it's time to really undo that sort of shit. When it just let it naturally happen. Oh, by the way, I don't think I've said, but yeah, I was speaking about non-negotiables in this clip, and I've got a new one, and that's tracking my water intake. So I got a whole load of pads the other day, which I spoke about when I got them. I got a whole load of pads out. I think this could have been about a week or so ago when I got the pads out for the, I used one of the pads that I got for the tracking the balance. And I got a small revision pad that I plan to use during like A-level times and that, but I didn't use it a single bit. So I'm using it for something that's actually more useful in my life. So meal ideas and water tracking. Now all of these tallies, I'm not sure if you can see it clearly. That's better. So these, as I was just saying in the previous clip, they're for how many bottles of water I've drunk over the day. So I started immediately at around 11:30 last night, and then this is where I'm at so far today. Makes me want to carry out other unwanted habits a lot less, such as mindlessly scrolling through YouTube data and YouTube videos and that. I really thought that in the serious video that I made talking about how I undid it completely, I really thought that was it. But I really think now, like I'm on the way to it being completely 100% true. Even I did think it was true at the time, but it was very fresh and not long term. I think at that point I was onto being able to get to this point where I'm at now, but I've just got to carry on doing this, and it's making this non-negotiable. This being tracking how much water I'm drinking throughout the day. Tallying it up on paper instead of on the phone just makes it much more healthy, mentally healthy for me in my opinion, because I'm doing it on paper instead of on the phone, which means the likelihood of me wanting to go and carry more unwanted habits, such as mindlessly scrolling through YouTube, is none. Slim to none. I'm not gonna write down on the pad and then think, oh, you know what, I want to go through YouTube now. I haven't thought that yet, and I don't think I ever will. Yeah, so we made progress in that regard, and I really need to carry on adding, like how Vikash says, I need to carry on adding all of these non-negotiables into my way of living to be able to set structure and have all of that mental energy that I'd be using into trivial things, such as the sort of clothes I wear, what I'd eat. All of that mental energy is then shifted away from that I'd use on it. The energy I'd use on those trivial things is shifted away from that into things that I actually want to be applying that mental energy I have into, if that made any sense. So very basically, I want to take the mental energy I'd use from those unimportant things to more important things in my life, such as this journey and actually making long-term progress. This only after 8 months in, I think I'm only at the very start of making long-term progress, only at the extreme very start. 8 months ago, I mean, everything was short. It was short term. Like, oh yeah, I'll transform my body in 1 year. Yeah, I'll be able to transform my body in 1 year. I mean, there's so many people that have done it. Ice Cold JT to name one of them. Yeah, these guys, man, they've transformed their body over the space of 1 year, or how many other years. What was it? Fit P Jack would be another one. Yeah. Oh, you transformed his body over 1 year. Is it possible? I really believe so, because I've drastically changed what I look like. I have. Over the space of 8 months, I've drastically changed what I look like. And I think I'll show a picture now, fuck it. I'll show what I look like yesterday versus what I look like at the start of the journey. Yeah. So you've seen it, and I'd like to say that I am now literal proof that you absolutely can change your body in the space of 8 months. But at the start, your mindset may or may not be very short term. Like, oh, I want to transform my body. Look at the biceps, by the way. Look at the muscle definition. Jeez, don't think I would have seen this at the start of the journey. Hey, it's just something that I just noticed as I was just filming. It's gonna happen. Like, you will see changes in how you look as the days go past. That was, if you heard that, that was my back, by the way. Like, you can trap a lot of air in between the mat and your back on this thing. So yeah, I am now proof that if you do actually want to change your body in the space of 8 months, you can, but that's very short term. In the past, before getting to this point, I'd say, oh yeah, this is a lifestyle change and it does take time and that. But these are just things that I'd say. I wanted results. I wanted to be able to see my six pack so much. I wanted them to be showing a lot more than they are now. But there's no way I really don't think there was no way I would have been able to get to where I'm on the way to get into now without doing certain things, like doing, like, at least having something to show in these logs every single day, doing some form of exercise every single day, and having something to just show, being able to track using MyFitnessPal, and being able to not being able to, tracking on MyFitnessPal every single day. You absolutely can download the app. It's not like you can't. You can download the app. Well, I certainly could anyway, and I have. So yeah, I'm doing that. I'm using my sister's scale, and things are progressing in the way I want. I've been consistently tracking for today's going to be day 16. Today's going to be either day 15 or day 16. I really think it's day 16. It's been a while, and even within this very short space of time, my body's been able to change drastically. But I want it to change further. And this is where an announcement comes in. I'm going to actually now use these plank journey logs to improve my mental strength, and then when I go in the gym, I'm gonna work on improving my mental strength there too by doing the 1 hour row. I put on the leaderboard 12k coming soon, because there are only 2 of us. There are only 2 of us on the leaderboard right now. The guy got 11.4k and I got 9,949 meters. I stopped many times, and that was the first time in a very long while that I had done the rowing, like an hour row. But I think I need to do it consistently, at least once a week, to be able to build that mental strength. Even though Hattie was saying, "Oh, your willpower's crazy," whilst I was doing a plank with her after she finished and I kept on going. It needs to be, in her words, crazier than what it is now. I cannot stay where it is now. Can't. Hattie may think what she thinks in that regard, but I really don't. It's not where I want it to be, right? Like, I know I've got so much further to improve. Even though we are heading in that direction, it's like, come on, you got so much more to improve on. Like, even like as my arms are here, like muscle size is something that I want to improve on. Muscle size, how much there is, look. Look at the chest as well. Like, it is going to look more thin as I'm laying down on the floor compared to if I stood up. So there is that to take into account. But like physically and mentally, I've got a lot of growing to do. And I believe it starts here now. I made very short videos to improve focus, but now I think it's now time to move from that stage and actually improve mental strength again, work towards improving mental strength every single day. Because training, if you want to really make progress, I believe that if you want to do this, you've got to really have a very strong mental mind, a strong mindset, and your mental strength must be very, very, very high. I don't know how you quantify it. Like, it's not like you could use units, it's just more opinion based, but like, it's got to be strong. So I was thinking today, let's make a 10-minute episode, but it's already been well over 10 minutes. So I think I may just end it with like another 1-minute plank or something. But yeah, we are improving, but I mean, we've got much further to go. I also just remembered that I can actually go back to the body transformation pics that I've uploaded onto YouTube to be able to create higher quality photos, something I forgot I could do a while back. But yeah, just as a note, I can do that. Oh, right, let's go. I don't really have a plan This is stupid. That's what's just gone through my mind. I don't have a plan as to how I'm going to improve mental strength. I don't have one. I don't have a specific plan as to what to do. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I could time how long I do these planks for and then go from there. Actually record, like make a note of what I do during the sessions instead of just, oh yeah, I might just have to, you know, so much tracking and so much self-awareness in order to undo, like what I was making myself go through, the sort of person I once was. In order to undo that, I must become very fucking self-aware. And at first, it may be like, oh, I don't want to do this, but it will help. I'm done. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.